Stop everything you're doing right now. Interrupt the scrolling, the work, the thoughts. Nothing is more urgent than what you're about to hear. If your eyes were drawn to this title, if something inside you pushed you to click, it wasn't the algorithm, nor was it chance. It was a divine interference, an emergency call sent through the invisible gears of the universe, directed specifically at you in this very moment. What you're about to witness is not just an inspiring message. It's a transmission of sacred intelligence, critical and decisive in nature for your destiny. You need to absorb this now. This isn't an option. This isn't an invitation. It's a real urgency. Visualize your path being monitored by celestial sentinels, by an advanced unit of spiritual surveillance. They've just intercepted a vital communication concerning your timeline. It could be the map to a cosmic treasure, visible only for the next few hours. Or it could be a warning of a trap, carefully orchestrated by the opposing force. This video is that confidential briefing. The urgent message slipped through the cracks of reality at the last second. It contains the data you need to seize a unique divine opportunity, or to avoid a trap that could delay your progress for months, perhaps years. The only tactic of the enemy at this moment is distraction. It will try to convince you that you can watch later, but in your case, later will be too late. Chosen one. If your heart is racing, your body shivering, and you feel this urgency crawling up your spine, immediately write 11 in the comments. That's your confirmation to the higher realms, the acknowledgement that the message has reached the correct agent at the exact right time. And at the same time, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell like it's an emergency siren about to go off. This channel is your spiritual radar, your alert center. Here, signs don't follow a schedule. And you're like? That's the signal back. It's the confirmation that the line between heaven and you is open, flowing, and secure. Don't advance a second without absorbing every word that's about to come. Your immediate future may depend on this listening. The fact that you obeyed the call already shows you're ready. This isn't emotional marketing. This is a direct reflection of the seriousness of the time you're moving through. The entire universe is in a state of maximum alert, because at this moment, you are at the center of a crossroads of destinies, a cosmic intersection of power and absolute rarity. Imagine that your existence up until now has been like a river following a known path. But now, you've arrived at a point of separation. Before you, two paths. One flows into an ocean of fulfillment, mission accomplished, light and abundance. It's the stream of your ascension. The other leads to a murky swamp, a cyclical repetition of the same dramas, the same pain, stagnation. It's the path of regression and renunciation of your calling. The opportunity for conscious choice between these two flows is extremely brief, and the forces involved are intense and deceptive. This message is the map and the warning. It shows you where the whirlpools are and where the shortcuts lie. The decision you will make in the next few hours may determine the next years of your life. To understand what's at stake, it's essential to perceive the current state of the planet's energetic field. The veil that separates the physical from the invisible is thinner than ever. This produces two immediate and powerful consequences. The first is that your thoughts, intentions, and declarations are materializing at record speed. The interval between what you project in the quantum field with your consciousness and what shows up in your reality has been drastically shortened. This is your greatest chance to co-create deliberately. The second is that just as the positive manifests faster, so does negativity, collective confusion, and the influence of involutive forces gain greater power and penetration. You're more susceptible than ever. From the astrological point of view, we're at the peak of what ancient astrologers called the Great Karmic Square, an intense celestial configuration involving Pluto, symbol of deep transformation, and Mars, planet of action, retrograde, forcing you to review past decisions and redirect your destiny. The lunar nodes form an exact 90-degree angle, stretching your soul to its limits. It's a spiritual pressure chamber designed to provoke a rupture, a definitive choice. It's as if you were inside a chamber of ascension. Behind you, the water of the old world. Ahead, the sea of a new existence. The gates of the past are already closed. Those of the future are about to open. And when they do, the current will be violent, intense, disorienting, but absolutely necessary. This video is the instruction of the master of the chamber. It teaches you how to steady the helm, how to pass through without collapse. Amid this apparent chaos lies the greatest gift of your incarnation. The first opportunity is a quantum leap, literally a timeline shift to a higher version of your life. Under normal conditions, this would take decades. Now, it can happen in days. This is the sacred shortcut reserved for those who watch and obey the call. The second blessing is the sudden activation of your dormant gifts. The energetic shock of this moment acts like an alarm clock for your spiritual DNA. Healing gifts, expanded intuition, telepathy, rapid manifestation are about to emerge. You may feel strange sensations, sudden visions, knowing things without knowing how. Do not fear. This is your spiritual system updating. This is you becoming who you were always meant to be. And the third opportunity, the most important of all, is the practical birth of your soul's mission. That project, that idea, that community, that work, what your soul always dreamed of doing, now has the most fertile environment in history to bloom. The wind is in your favor, but you need to raise the sails now. Think of the legend of Shambhala, the mystical city hidden in the deserts of the East. They say it only reveals itself once every 1,000 years, when the sun, the moon, and a specific star align in the sky. In that moment, their combined light unveils the secret entrance hidden among the mountains. You are in the desert. You are near the entrance. And this video is the call of the soul's astronomer saying, the time is now. The gate is revealing itself. But with great portals come great traps. The shadow knows this, and it has already placed its most cunning snare, the false timeline. Knowing that you want change, it will offer you a perfect solution. It will seem ideal, perhaps a promising job, a comfortable relationship, or an attractive project. But it will be empty of soul. It will be a golden cage. And if you enter, you will lose years of purpose. The second trap will be the increase of inner doubt. They will amplify your fears, your uncertainties. They will try to paralyze your decision, make you doubt everything. And in paralysis, the door will close. The third is the use of agents of chaos. People around you, without even realizing it, may spark conflicts, mishaps, arguments, emergencies. All to take your focus. All to keep you busy with small battles while you lose the real prize. That's why you are now given an emergency action protocol to be followed with maximum discipline over the next 72 hours. And it begins with a single order. Enter operational silence. This is non-negotiable. Minimize your exposure to headlines, social media, shallow conversations, and most importantly, stay away from chaotic people or anyone vibrating with negativity. Every fragment of your vital energy and every inch of your mental focus must now be preserved for the mission at hand. Become a monk in retreat, a concentrated hermit for the next 3 days. Your inner universe becomes, from this moment forward, your only territory of operations. Second, develop the focus of the warrior monk. This is a state of presence that combines deep inner calm, the monk, with absolute readiness to act with precision, the warrior. The practice is simple. Breathe in 4 counts. Inhale while counting to 4. Hold for 4. Exhale slowly for 4. Remain in the emptiness for 4. As you do this, mentally repeat a sovereignty decree like, I am the serene and powerful center of my own universe. This vibrational command will keep you grounded, undisturbed by internal or external noise. Third, use the compass of intuitive discernment for every decision that arises. When facing any path, quiet your mind for a moment. Ignore logic and emotional reactions. Close your eyes, place your hand over your heart or solar plexus, and ask a single question. Does this expand or shrink my light? Don't think, just feel. Your body will give you a clear and immediate answer. Lightness, expansion, a subtle warmth. That's a true yes. Or contraction, tightness, a heaviness. That's a warning. The first answer, before your mind interferes, is the only one you can trust at this crucial moment. Fourth and final, to seal your choice in the correct energetic path, perform a symbolic act of faith. A physical action, no matter how small, that materializes the intuitive decision you've received. If your calling is to write a book, write the first page. If it's to launch a healing project, register the domain name. If it's to move cities, buy a cardboard box. This gesture is an energetic marker, a clear signal to the universe that declares, message received. I commit. This is my path. That small physical movement is what will lock your energy into the right timeline before the window closes. Chosen one, this is your moment. The vital intel has been delivered. The cosmic gears are in alignment. The opportunity before you is unique and unrepeatable. But remember, the adversary is also on high alert, and you stand at the crossroads. Execute this protocol with the discipline of an elite agent. The course of your next life cycle will be defined by the actions you take in the next few hours. Don't delay. Don't hesitate. Step into motion now. You've just received a divine intelligence report. You now understand the magnitude of this moment. The rare and powerful intersection of timelines has created the portal that defines your current reality. The emergency protocol in your hands was designed as a celestial life vest. It exists to guide you safely through the turbulence of the quantum chamber you're crossing right now. But I must warn you, with the seriousness of a commander speaking to their best troops. This is just the survival plan. It ensures your landing, but it doesn't teach you how to live in the new territory. Once the passage is crossed, the real challenge begins. You'll access a dimension that operates under completely different laws. The speed of manifestation will be instantaneous. The link between your internal states and external events will be direct and immediate. Synchronicity will become the language of your daily life. But your mind, body, and emotions are still programmed according to the old physics. This misalignment is dangerous. It's like trying to pilot a starship with the reflexes of someone who's only ever driven a horse cart. Without a new map, without proper training, you risk generating chaos with your own newly awakened power. Moreover, you'll face new types of opponents. The obvious saboteurs of the past will be left behind, unable to access your new frequency. But your light, now far more visible in the subtle realms, will attract the attention of more sophisticated adversaries. They won't attack head-on. They seduce, manipulate with refined ideas, offer distorted truths, present spiritual choices with a luminous appearance, but that derail your destiny for their benefit. Your old shield of faith must now evolve into an impenetrable armor of wisdom. The most insidious danger, however, will be the paralysis of infinite choice. You'll enter a pure field of possibilities, a vast cosmic supermarket of paths. It sounds amazing, but without a clear mission, this infinite can become a golden prison. Without a defined architecture for your purpose, you may waste years experimenting with alternatives, never building the great work you were sent here to complete. Think of the parable of the sage, who after solving an ancient riddle, is led to the legendary city of the gods. Upon crossing the gates, he's awestruck by the wonders he finds. Structures of light, unimaginable technologies, beings who communicate telepathically. But soon, the euphoria gives way to anguish. He doesn't understand the language, doesn't know the rules of this new world, can't interact with its inhabitants. The brilliance that got him in didn't prepare him to live there. He feels more lost than he ever did in his humble village. To thrive there, he desperately needs a guide, a manual, a spiritual playbook. You, chosen one, are about to cross that threshold. You stand at the gates of your own divine city, the higher realm of your consciousness. The question is, will you go in empty-handed, gambling on luck? Or will you carry the map, the keys, the wisdom of the new world? That manual, that strategic compendium, is already available. It's called The Path of the Chosen. This is no ordinary book. It is your operational guide for the new era. It will transform you from a survivor of the transition into a true architect of quantum reality. Inside it, you'll dive into the laws that govern higher timelines. You'll learn how to stabilize your frequency, how to manifest with intention and precision, how to create from the 0 point, the pure field of the Creator. You'll master spiritual warfare at its highest level, the game of light, where the enemy is not defeated by force but by integrity. You'll also receive the practical framework to translate your divine purpose into tangible works, projects, communities, systems that sustain the energy of the new earth. You'll be shown advanced principles of spiritual leadership, ethics of creation, and legacy building, and more. You'll be guided through an atlas of your psychic and spiritual gifts, safe techniques to develop healing, spiritual vision, interdimensional communication, and contact with light civilizations, supporting the planetary ascension. Chosen one. You've prepared for this moment across many lifetimes. The siren of the spirit has been sounded. You already have the emergency plan. But now, the great mission begins. Crossing this threshold without full preparation is not bravery. It's recklessness. It puts at risk not just your well-being, but the entire divine mission you were entrusted with. The most strategic decision you can make now is to commit to your mastery. Acquiring the path of the chosen is that commitment. It is the act that informs the universe you are ready not just to walk through the door, but to reign in the new world. The link to access your full dossier with the Atlas of the New Reality is in the description of this video. Do not see this as optional. See it as the most critical piece of equipment for the most decisive phase of your existence. Click now, and make sure your entry into the new timeline marks the beginning of your reign, not your confusion. And while securing your preparation, strengthen your support base on this journey. Subscribe to this channel and activate all notifications. This is your secure line of communication with the Central Command. Comment now, mission accepted, to confirm you've received the report and are positioning yourself for Phase 2. And if you want to step into the war room, the Strategic Council, alongside other elite agents like yourself, the members community of this channel is your chosen inner circle. The gate is open. Do not walk through it blindly. The path of the chosen is the light that illuminates your new road. Turn the unknown into your domain. Transform uncertainty into your greatest adventure. Decide like a master. Now,